Let's all take a moment to just observe our own self. The moment we think of self, the focus may go on the body first, flow of breath, the flow of thoughts. Wherever the mind first go to connect with self, let's expand our awareness simply on ourself. Connecting with I, my personal identity. All the form and modification of the I, including the body, mind, emotion, intellect, and the ego. The very foundation of which I see myself. Without judging or without analyzing, good or bad, right or wrong. Simply, I exist. And in this very moment, that's all it exists. All that matters, all that comes to the existence is just I, myself. In order to understand, relate, the whole world we try, focus on, work with, but the whole world around us exists only because of I, myself. When I connect, see, or relate with anything or everyone, everything comes into existence in the presence of I alone. I would like you to take a moment to relate with this, to understand with your own experience. The moment right now when you're focusing simply on I, myself, as a whole person, as an individual, there is nobody else here. All I can say is myself. Even all the thoughts, mind, emotion, understanding is all focused on myself. As if the world does not exist in this very moment. The more you contemplate deeper within the self, you explore, you understand, you relate to many things simply about yourself, which often you may miss. When you wish to connect, or when you connect with something, from the closed eyes, even you can visualize anything which you would like to connect with. Any food, any object, anything of your choice, if you think or imagine. Even when the senses are fully withdrawn within, you can still relate to its picture, image, color, shape, even the taste if it has, or the sound, Any properties of this thing which you may think of becomes real. A moment back, it did not exist. But now, when you are connected with it, it comes to the reality. It becomes real. The name properties all are given to the things. The superimposition of these quality, identified by its name and characters, but nothing was real until you connected. You extended your awareness, and in the light of this, the things become real. Existence. Let's take a moment to withdraw your awareness and bring it back on the self, yourself, within. Withdrawing the senses and then bring it back to the silence, stillness, simply focusing on yourself. And the very moment you withdrawn your attention and center on the self, your body, mind, the thing, the object disappears. No more exists now. Its qualities, its character, nothing which you relate with actually can affect you or can relate with you. It simply does not exist anymore. From the very self, redirecting your awareness from within, from the stillness, from the conscious choice. Now, I would like you to connect with someone. Any individual who can you relate with. It could be any relationship or people in your life. Someone who has been an impact, or simply someone who you enjoy speaking with, sharing with, or completely dislike. Anyone that comes to your mind, I would like you to simply observe. Again, even the senses are withdrawn within, you can very much relate with the individual, its appearance, their qualities, their presence. It may come with a memory, a recent memory, which also can bring up the emotion, likes or dislikes, both come into existence the very moment you connect with. very person become the reality and become related to you. An integral part of yourself as it connects with your mind, emotions, has a significant impact to trigger the reactions of likes or dislikes. To the such extent that at times these changes, these reactions extend not only to the mind or emotions, but extend to the body as well. The experience, the thrill or the joy, if that comes with the person, or the stress or anxiety that connects with the very sensations in the body. The very individual has no existence or the reach until you connect with it. You identify with this. I am related to this until the I is not connected with anything or anyone. It does not exist. The whole existence is around the self. Any individual or anything has no reach to the self. It simply does not exist on its own until the I connects and relate with that. Let's take a moment to understand any reaction that this individual may have on you. The sense of thrill, joy, anxiety, or panic, or worry. Is it really the non-existent reality, or is just the projection of mind as it believes that it's connected to the self? Is it the individual which is starting the reaction, or it's us in the mind with the senses, with the very inner instrument of ego, which starts to interplay as soon as it gets connected and related with anything or anyone? I would like you to simply withdraw your attention and bring it back on self. Simply bringing it on the stillness of mind, very silent state of mind, even just for the moment, it becomes still and silent. And in this moment, again, nothing else exists. Simply you exist. Even the mind, emotions, and the reaction, which was very much real a moment ago, all merge into the stillness. From this standpoint, from this understanding, the way we relate ourselves to everything and everyone, the world does not exist. It only exists and becomes the reality in the presence of consciousness, the self. And that self, when related with the I, and I connects with all its inner subtle body, the world and the worldly affairs become real. The projection of mind, its understanding, the whole world as we see and as it appears to be real, is it really real? Does it exist? Without I connecting to it, nothing exists. It's all Maya. The projection of reality which we shape. What is the world? Everything that we see, feel, taste, smell, touch, conceive or imagine, all that constitute the world. What is that we see? We see everything and everyone. And these all are having names, indicating the forms. The name and form is just the identity given by us alone. These are names only given to particular forms, but all these forms are made of the same consciousness. The names and forms are only superimposed on this existence consciousness. Let's take a moment to connect with the ocean. The vast ocean consists of waves, bubbles, foam. As you literally focus on its form, you can say all that is made of. All different shape and forms it may take. The waves may go really high to really silent. Whether it's waves, it's bubbles, or it's foam, all that is simply made of the same water. We call ocean waves, bubbles, foam. All are different name, but the content is still the water. The name and forms are only superimposed on the water. Once you start to observe the water, its own actual form, character, its presence, the constant flowing, its own nature, is the same water that our body is made of. The vessel, the content, the type has changed, its shape has changed, but the property of the water is the same. It will be the same in the animal kingdom as we see. The ratio, proportion, and the shape and form all change as the vessel changed. It's the same water in the glass or the cup or a pot. Existence being eternal and all-pervading consciousness, not limited by time, space, or object. Or so as we see, as we understand, the world is constituted of names and forms which are constantly changing. The names, forms, and this existence, which is constantly changing, is not real. But their unchanging substratum, existence consciousness, is all real. What we see, relate. Constant changing reality of the world is Maaya. Reminding and connecting with this reality and a constant reflection of I and myself let's remind a declaration. Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. The whole world is unreal. It's a myth. Does not exist until the I connects with it. It's all superimposition. It's all projection of the self, the I. To any moment, when worlds start to empower and we start to lose our understanding, time to remind and withdraw the I from the world. The moment I is withdrawn, the self is withdrawn, the world does not exist. It has no impact or reach to you. It exists because of you. It's reminding and repeating in the mind. I am the self. I am the consciousness. I am the Brahman. The infinite, all-pervading reality, consciousness, in its pure and bliss form, without any modification or limitation. And because of this, I alone, the consciousness alone, the world appears to be real. Now, with the flow of breath, relating to inhalation and exhalation, the flow of prana becomes real and come into the existence. You start to connect the very flow of prana to the body. And as you move your awareness to the all around body parts, you can connect with the flow and the body parts. You can feel the sensations. Numbness or tinglings. Everything and anything that you relate now with this flow comes to the existence. Taking a deep breath in, fully inhale, hold your breath. And exhale when you can, slowly and gently. The slightest change changes everything it relates with. Wiggle your fingers a little. Bring your both hands together in Namaskar Mudra, keeping your hands close to your heart center. We'll conclude with Purnamada. If you know the prayer, please do with me, or simply can follow the words. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Very gently rub your both palms together. When it starts to feel warm enough, place it on your both eyes. With a very gentle massage on all over your face. Slowly bringing your hands down. At your own time, when you feel ready, gently open your eyes.